A journey of faith isn't always about what changes, but about what God changes in us. Chapter 1. When change doesn't come. Sometimes we pray for change, and God seems silent. We want the mountain to move, but instead, He gives strength to climb it. We want the storm to end, but He gives peace within it. When God doesn't change the situation, it doesn't mean He's absent. It means He's working differently. He works through the very thing we wish would go away. He shapes us in the middle of what He doesn't remove. Paul understood this deeply. He prayed 3 times for the thorn in his flesh to be taken away, something painful, humbling, and human. But God said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." Paul didn't get the change he asked for, but he received something greater: revelation. He realized that the thorn was not punishment, but a pathway for God's power to rest on him. That's how God works when He doesn't remove the thorn. He uses it to build something stronger within us: humility, dependence, and faith, not built on comfort, but on grace. Chapter 2. God builds character through waiting. When God doesn't move as quickly as we hope, He's often preparing us for something we can't yet see. Joseph waited years in Egypt before his dream came true. He went from the pit to the prison before the palace ever opened. Through it all, God shaped his heart, teaching leadership, humility, and forgiveness. David waited after being anointed before he wore the crown. He faced rejection, exile, and fear. But that waiting built the heart of a shepherd who could carry the weight of a kingdom. Sometimes the waiting is where God develops the strength we'll need later. So if He hasn't changed it yet, it's because He's still preparing something in you. Chapter 3. God turns weakness into strength. There are times when we feel too weak, too small, or too tired to keep believing. And that's exactly where God meets us. He doesn't always remove what's hard, but He fills what's empty and strengthens what's worn. The thorn Paul carried became his testimony, showing that even in pain, God's power was greater. Our weaknesses aren't barriers to God. They're invitations, places where His strength can shine through. When we stop fighting the weakness and start surrendering it, that's when His grace carries us further than our strength ever could. Chapter 4. God weaves purpose through every struggle. Every struggle you face is not random, it's part of a greater plan. When we trust God's process, even the hardest moments lead somewhere meaningful. Moses thought the wilderness was punishment, but it became preparation. Job thought the loss was the end, but it became the beginning of deeper faith. And Joseph's betrayal positioned him for purpose. What others meant for evil, God used for good. God may not change the situation, but He's always changing us through it, teaching, refining, and aligning us with His purpose. When we surrender to that process, we begin to see that every delay, every detour, and every difficulty is a thread in the tapestry of His design. So if you're walking through something He hasn't changed, hold on. He's still working, and what He's working out will be good. When God doesn't change it, He's changing you.